What's up, mi gente? My name is Chef Nick E. I am with the Herbal Creative Kitchen. Today we are cooking with cannabis on the Bluntness. We are making a roasted pork, aka Pernil, one of the holiday favorites at every single Christmas gathering that I've ever been to in my entire life. So let's make it happen. So we have our nice pork shoulder, get from your local butcher, nicely trimmed and tied up already. You can also do that yourself. We have that nice and prepared. We will prepare our marinade. So first we have our blender. So we're just going to take all the ingredients on our list. We have a Cubanelle pepper, which goes in a lot of the marinades. We'll just de-seed that, split that open, take out all the white ribs. We can literally just do that by hand if we're using a blender. Then we'll take our garlic, smash our garlic, remove the skin. All right. Then we have our already minced shallot. And then lime is always used. In Dominican Republic, we usually use a bitter orange, but we don't see too many over here, so use some limes. We'll zest this whole lime. It'll add to that nice acidic flavor, nice fruity flavors that will go nice well with the pork and our Captain's Cut live rosin. And we'll juice both of them right in there. To add a little acidity, we will put in a little apple cider vinegar as well. And we're about at 5 pounds, so we will do 2 tablespoons of salt. Some pepper. And of course, our green marinade won't be complete without our cilantro. So the stems of cilantro have a lot of flavor. We'll just throw them right in there. After it goes up for about 1 minute or so, when we're nicely blended up, that's when we will add our infusion. We don't need to decarboxylate this beforehand because it will go directly in the oven with the pork. So just use my chef's knife. And we'll add about 3 servings or so. All right, after another 20 seconds or so, all the acidity will break down that rosin, blend in real nicely, and we are left over with our nice marinade ready for our pork infusion. So today we are using a sous vide machine. Probably one of the easiest things to do if you have one and have all the available equipment. You can just set it and forget it. So we'll just put this directly into our sealed, vacuum sealed bag. And we'll add our marinade right into that bag. All right, so after we have our vacuum sealed marinated pork shoulder ready to go, we will drop it in our sous vide machine at 185 degrees. We'll let this roll for about 4 to 5 hours, depending on how cold your water temperature is to start off with. And then after that, it'll be nice, basically fall off the bone, but still contain a shape, and then we'll roast that in the oven. So we just took that out of the sous vide, let it dry out, let it at a room temp, maybe about 30 minutes right before we throw it in the oven. And we'll let that baby roast. That live rosin, the Captain's Cut live rosin, will go nicely with that pork fat in there, and it will actually decarboxylate and infuse directly into the meat. All right, so when we have about 30 minutes left of roasting, we will take our pork, remove it from the oven. Looking almost perfect. Then we will take our pan and put our chopped vegetables, chopped Brussels sprouts. All right, we'll hit it with a little salt and pepper. And all the rest of the fat from our pork will seep in there as well. And we'll throw this prepared pork with our diced vegetables right back in the oven. And we can get another component of our dish going. So next we are gonna have a little bit of maple syrup to drizzle on top. We will be using the Captain's Cut to infuse that. We'll have my little smoker stove going and my double boiler. There is a little bit, about an inch of water at the bottom. We'll take some nice local maple syrup, and we're using about a cup in there, 8 ounces. Then we will take our, again, 2 to 3 hits of rosin, about 150 milligrams. And then we'll just incorporate that in and allow that to melt. All right, so once that is fully roasted, vegetables are cooked. You got our nice pork shoulder. All right, so we'll let that rest for a little bit, probably about 15 minutes, 15 maybe to even a half an hour, just so when you do cut into it, it doesn't completely fall apart on you. This is already rested. Remove all the strings. Oh yeah. So all I smell right now is a lot of nice garlic, all those cilantro leaves, and it's falling apart but still retaining its shape. Perfectly cooked. You can see all that marbling from this nice piece of pork that we got. So as you see, this fat layer is super thin. All that rosin that was in there infused in that marinade. I want to try a piece, if that's okay. A little salty, super acidic, goes super well with the pork. We don't even need a sauce, but a nice little sweetness from that maple syrup will add that little bit of extra infusion. All right, we have our beautiful pork with our roasted veggies. We'll plate that nicely right next to our sliced pork. Whoop. And what goes better with our fall vegetables than a little maple syrup with the same infusion. And now we're just going to drizzle this nice infused maple syrup that we did with our Captain's Cut rosin directly on top. That will give us our nice little sweet slash salty slash acidic flavor bomb in our mouth. And you have a little bit extra on the side. And we can throw a little bit of cilantro leaves. Beautiful. All right, let's eat a little bit more of this. Awesome. Thank you for joining us today. Make sure you're following Bluntness Media on YouTube and Instagram, and following Kitchen, K-I-T-H-C-E-N, and tune in for our next episode and some more exclusive content. Thank you.